Hi everybody, this is Darren Dunlop with the Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo Chamber. I am so honored today to be joined by Bob Stromberg from Advanced Business Methods. Bob, this is a very special year for Advanced Business Methods, isn't it?
It absolutely is. 50 years in the West Fargo, Fargo-Moorhead community.
That is fantastic. You know, Bob, when we were talking about this, you told me a very interesting story about Advanced Business Methods and how this company was almost started by mistake.
It's a humorous story. It goes way back, 50 years to be exact. A gentleman who owned, for those of us who are lifelong community members, Mr. Music Man was downtown Fargo. And he had a business and needed a copier, and he sold 3M music systems and background music. And he wanted a copier and he couldn't find one because no one sold them in town back then. And so what he did was, through the 3M business side, he was able to pick up a 3M copier due to his 3M music background. And the rest was kind of history, because he brought that unit in. Other business people saw this cool copier, said they wanted one, and all of a sudden a copier business was born.
Oh man, you know, the crazy things about that how businesses start. So one of the other things that you told me is, of course, you know, Bob, you're way too young to have been around 50 years ago for that, but you know, you did mention that it's been 36 years. So you started at as a child laborer with Advanced Business Methods.
I love it.
But you also talked about the history of this particular building. But I'd love to focus in on the fact that this is a West Fargo company and how you came to this location, but how did that all transpire?
So from the moment Advanced Business Methods incorporated, it's been a West Fargo business its entire life, its entire 50 years. We started on Cheyenne Street, and over the first few years, we were in 3 different locations on Cheyenne Street. And we always kept growing a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And then the original owner had the vision to see that there was this road called 13th Avenue, which was a section road at the time, and thought, you know what, I wonder if that 13th Avenue is going to grow into anything. And he took a gamble, and when we built this facility on 13th Avenue in 1976. So you can imagine, if you looked to the east from our store, you could see West Acres. And if you look to the west, you could see a bank on the corner of 9th Street, just to the west of us. And then really past that, you could see all the way to Cheyenne Street and basically the Cheyenne River. So we were one of the very first ones. We have a unique picture of one of who became then the second owner, standing in a field and looking south. You can see the interstate. There's absolutely nothing out here.
Things have changed a little bit.
Technology, this road has changed multiple times, but yeah, you know, it's been exciting to watch the cities grow together. You know, again, for those of us who have been lifelong residents, there was quite a gap between Fargo and West Fargo, and now anybody coming, we are full-blown metro. We're starting to connect, for lack of better, to Horace, to Frontier. I mean, we're really an expanding community, and that's exciting.
That is exciting. But you know, the other thing I guess I wanted to focus in on is, first of all, the fact that, you know, this is a West Fargo company, has always been in West Fargo, probably always will be. But you also have other offices throughout our region, and then the footprint of Advanced Business Methods. I'd love it if you would touch on that just a little bit.
Sure. So the start of Advanced Business Methods, obviously West Fargo, but as we grew, we saw opportunities up north with University of North Dakota and those businesses. So we grew into the Grand Forks market, then followed by Bismarck, Minot, and Dickinson. We also have a location in Williston, and we have service depots scattered throughout. If you went from Bemidji to Wahpeton, Breckenridge area, Devil's Lake, all these areas also have service depots. So what we like to tell people is we cover every square inch of North Dakota. As a North Dakota owned, as an employee owned company, and we're proud of our North Dakota heritage. We want to cover every square inch of it. Granted, we still cover northwest Minnesota, the northern third of South Dakota, and eastern Montana, but our roots are right here in North Dakota.
Isn't that an amazing story for a company that was started by accident?
Yeah, it truly is, and technology helped do that. So those are the things that keep the wheels turning at ABM, and we see a lot of exciting things coming.
Well, it is. It's been great. You know, you guys have been such strong supporters of our Business After Hours. We were so excited to have you guys as our presenting sponsor as Business After Hours got relaunched after, gosh, let me try the math, 16 months, I think, 16 months absence. So we're very thankful for that, Bob. Bob, let's touch a little bit on technology. You know, the ever-changing world of copiers and any sort of imaging has to be, it just got to be mind-boggling. And I believe you told me that you started out selling typewriters.
You're dating me now. So.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people out there don't even know what a typewriter is. That's an old-fashioned keyboard. But just the things that you have seen, can you just touch on how the ever-changing climate and landscape for technology has affected your business?
Well, and for business in general, what a change. And in such a short period of time. I can speak for just the last 36 years myself. Like you said, we started, I was hired to sell typewriters, and you know, they basically don't exist anymore. So, you know, and we took on a unique product called the facsimile. And when we first started, I had so many businesses say, not a chance I'm ever going to buy one of those things because I'll just use FedEx if it has to get there quickly. So I mean, we've watched this evolution of technology, and in just the last 36 years, I mean, it's mind-blowing how we do business, all those things. When you look at being able to have, you know, computers that you're carrying around, i.e. your cell phone, that does all that, you know, that's a great example. But in our industry, to have seen where we started with typewriters and liquid toner copiers, photocopiers that could only make a photocopy, to now where we call them multifunctional devices because they're all digital. It's basically taking a printer, mounting a scanner on it, and employing facsimile capability and all those other things tied into one box that takes care of all your business needs. And in only that short period amount of time, it's been a challenge, but it's been fun to watch that grow and see businesses adapt and embrace the technology. It's made their businesses far and away a lot more efficient. It's given them a lower cost of operation, so their ROIs look better. There's just technology brings challenge, but it also brings positive results. And the last thing I would say, especially in our industry, is when I say like liquid toner, in the old days, those liquids were highly flammable. They were not good liquids. You know, when you think of inkjet technology, that's great, and that's some of the exciting future that's going to be coming in the technology field for office equipment. You're going to see more and more of that coming down the pike. But what we want to do is show people that the industry has gotten more efficient. It's given better return on investment, and it's better for the environment. It kind of just knocks it out of the park in the fact that we can help businesses get their work done better, more efficiently, cost effective, and better for the environment.
I wonder how many people out there actually remember what the old fax paper was like.
Oh, yeah.
It was so interesting because it came in a roll and it would. You remember those
Well,
big
and it-
spiral tablets? It's almost like the old
The scrolls.
Roman days. Yeah, the Roman
Yep.
scrolls that used to come out. Bob,
I got to jump in.
Okay.
The funny part to that is it was thermal paper. So it was on a roll and it was thermal based. And one time when I first started selling, I threw it up on the dash of the car. In the winter, that wouldn't have been a problem. In the summer, the heat made it turn completely black. So note to the salesman, i.e. me, don't ever put a thermal paper, which they don't make anymore, on your dash of your car because it's going to turn the image completely black. So
Bob, you ought to write a book. I bet there's some incredible stories that you've got.
it would only be exciting to office equipment people.
Bob, you touched a little bit on on the technology side of it, but obviously celebrating 50 years in business, a lot of vendors and clients have been involved for the long-term success of your organization. I would love it if you'd maybe touch on that just a little bit, those relationships.
Our customers are king. There's just every business will say that, or they should at least, because the customer is king, and the attitude or the mindset, and it's a simple one, is if you take care of them, they will take care of you, and we've believed that since the very inception of Advanced Business Methods. So for 50 years, the customer is king, and with that has brought great relationships. We've got customers that go back even before me, which is past 36 years, almost from the date of the beginning. One in general I think of is Bank Forward. Mark Brown's been a great customer almost since the day it was opened, Advanced Business Methods, and he's given us some testimonials to the fact that the attitude of, if you take care of me, I'm going to stay with you, really hits home. We have great partners with AgCountry, Acme Electric, Alaris Financial, and the list is long. Education, NDSU, UND. We've had great customer relationships, and let me assure you, we will never take advantage of that. It's without them, you're in tough shape. It gets a little tough. So we recommend, and we talk about it every day. We work hard to help our customers so they can be profitable, do really well, have the best technology, and they'll take care of us as well.
Relationship.
Absolutely.
It's the new location, isn't it?
It truly is.
Yep. Bob, you touched a little bit on ABM being employee owned. So, I love that story, and I love how that has transformed ABM into the next generation. So I'd love it if you touch on that just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very exciting thing. ESOPs, or employee stock ownership programs, are great things. And 8 years ago, the owners of Advanced Business Methods sold the business to the employees, and thus we created ABM, became an ESOP corporation. The great thing about that is, for the seller, was he knew he had people who really wanted to further the company, because we were all the employees, and we had already invested ourselves in making ABM great for those years. But becoming an ESOP really changes the culture, and it creates a whole new vibe. And at ABM, what we found was we talked about taking care of the customer, but now you have a vested interest. Your compensation is a direct result as of the work that you put into it. And so it was a renewed emphasis and focus to that every single one of us all of a sudden took much more awareness of is we need to take care of the customer because our stock's based on it. Our future, our retirement in an ESOP, you're basically saying you're taking stock into the company so that when you retire, you have something to retire on. So for even the new hires all the way up to the old fogies like me, it's fun to walk around and see employees who are like, hey, this customer needs something, or they expressed a concern, and you will see every single person within the company jump on it and go, how can we take care of that? How can we rectify it? How can we make the customer happy? How can we get that done as quickly as possible? I think an ESOP brings what the president or what the owners saw, but now spreads it throughout the organization. And that culture, it makes talking with the other departments, i.e. service, or i.e. accounts payable, receivable, or our admin department, anybody, marketing, no matter who you're working with, we all have that vested interest. ESOPs are cool. I can't stress it enough. If there's a business out there that where an owner is looking at that and he sees a team underneath them, I think they really should consider. I think the employees will definitely better themselves, and it's great for the community again.
Yeah. Well, and it's not only, they're doing it for their own interest, but they're also very helpful with their teammates.
Absolutely.
Because it really becomes more of a team. It's more of an athletic thing. Not only do you want to succeed individually, but you want everyone within the organization to succeed, and you will do everything within your power to help them succeed. Absolutely. So I think it's fantastic. Bob, so you've come from typewriters and fax paper to now we've got inkjet printers and all of these crazy 3D things that are going on. So Bob, being you're going to be here another 36 years, what do you see on the future for your, not only for advanced business methods, but also the industry?
When I retire at 108, I'm going to enjoy it first for the day that I live. But anyways, no, I think, the future, everybody says if I could look into the crystal ball and see what the future held, I never would have guessed that technology would ramp at the pace that it had, but it has. And we, just like our customers, have evolved with it and such like that. The exciting things on the horizon is, I mentioned a little bit early, I think the big thing, the big tip or exciting thing that's going to happen in our industry is toner's going to go away. That powder that everybody loves to wear all over their outfits when they change it, I have great news, that's probably going to go away in the coming years. Inkjet has become, it's so environmentally friendly. It doesn't require heat to fuse toner like toner needs. So it's a very environmentally friendly. It's got a lower cost of development, so cost of operation will drop. You will see inkjet become very fast. Some of that is already out. We're seeing inkjet devices that can print at 50, 60 pages per minute. So if you're used to yours at home going back and forth, it won't be doing that anymore. It'll just be literally raining down ink onto a sheet of paper, and it's basically cured and spitting out. They will go to over 100 pages per minute. So we'll see a lot of cool technology coming from the liquid end of it, and seeing kind of the end or the twilight of the toner years, if you want, coming up. Software will continue to evolve. We're going to see more communication with the different types of emails and storage for customers who use cloud-based storage. They want to be able to take their documents and be able to get them up to SharePoint or Dropbox or Box or any one of the different OneDrive, all those different storage, cloud storage solutions. They want to have better integration with that and collaboration and things like that. These are the things that when it deals with, we tell people when it deals with paper, we're going to be guilty by association, but it may not be paper. It may be just PDF documents. How do I print that out if I need to, but how am I going to work with that? How does that flow through my system? These are the things that we can help with, and we have softwares that are available today to start that. And I see the future being a little more involved with that. But I also still believe that we as humans, we love touch. We love that sheet of paper is just not going to go away. I think, and if we're responsible, and if we, and if we make sure that maybe a sheet of paper will be different in nature, but it'll still be something we're physically holding and we'll want to print on it. I just don't see that ever going away. Call me wacky, but we'll see. Stay tuned. But office equipment, office technology, helping your office workflow with information is where businesses like ABM will continue to evolve and bring to the customer different ideas on how to do business and how to move that information that stays not only within their organization but goes outbound to their customers or to their vendors and clients, those things.
Sure. Well, Bob, first of all, happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy 50th birthday to Advanced Business Methods. You're a pillar of our community. You personally and ABM have given back to the community so much, so we very much appreciate that. So on behalf of the Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo Chamber, especially West Fargo today as a West Fargo-based company, we want to congratulate you on 50 years of business and your next 36 years with Advanced Business Methods. So that'll be good news for all of the ABM people.
I don't think so. I don't know if they're going to want me here that long, but close, I would guess.
In 36 years, when you and I come back and do this again,
right.
we'll have a whole new format, and it'll be a lot of fun. But Bob, thank you guys very much. Thanks for being such a great community partner. Happy birthday to Advanced Business Methods. We're looking forward to the next 50 years.
We're excited. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We have a long way to go. A quick shout out to the chamber members. Enjoy your chamber. Utilize it. They help spread the word. We use the chamber, as you mentioned, for business after hours. We can't thank them enough for their supporting us and us supporting them. So we appreciate everything, and we're here for you.
As you said, it's all about partnership and relationship. We'll reiterate that again. So, Bob, thank you very much for taking the time today, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys next time.